Welcome to O-Line Security, a training academy helping you break into IT. Yo, 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 what up, and welcome to O-Line Security. If you're trying to break into IT, cybersecurity, or DevOps, or you're already in the game and ready to level up, well, we built training paths that are designed to meet you where you are and take you exactly where you need to go. We run live, hands-on workshops built around how things are actually done in production environments. So no boring slides, no theory only lectures, no PowerPoint of depths, no wasting time, just job ready skills you're going to be using from day one. Each workshop is live and runs for 1 week, Monday through Thursday evenings, and a capstone project on Saturdays where you get to show off everything that you've built. We keep the class sizes small on purpose. All right. They are going to be small to just 7 students per workshop. So you get the individual attention and direct feedback that you require. And here's the key to the workshop: they are updated on a monthly basis. That means everything you learn is based on current tools, current practices, and what's actually happening in the field today, what's happening right now. You're not just learning how to pass a test. You're not just learning how to pass a certification. You're learning how to step into a role confidently. You're also going to walk away with cheat sheets and notes for each workshops. You're going to walk away with interview Q&As to prep you for your technical screens, and you're going to walk away with resume builders so you can highlight your new skills and clarity with clarity and confidence. With that being said, let's walk through the workshops and how we recommend approaching them. So right now I'm at olinesecurity.com. I'm going to hover my mouse around the services tab and click on training. For the current month, you'll see the current workshops right here. Right now for June, you'll see the workshops that are running right now. There's only a few seats left in these workshops. Remember, we're keeping them to 7 students per workshop. Now, to get some more information on what these are about, and we're going to jump into it, all of them right now. But to see all of the workshops that are going to be available throughout the year and to get more details, you're going to select this Learn More button. So I'm going to click on that. And you'll see all of the workshops. They have the Ansible Engineer, the Bash scripting, the Linux Admin, Python automation, Splunk Admin, Splunk Architect, Splunk Developer, Splunk Engineer, Splunk Fundamentals, Splunk SPL. These will be the workshops for the current training year. All right. Now, let's talk about how we recommend going through these workshops. We always start with the Linux Admin Workshop. This one right here is the foundation. Linux Admin Workshop is the foundation for any other workshop that you will see here. If you're new to tech or even just new to Linux, let's click on the Linux Admin. If you're new to tech or even just new to Linux, this is where it all begins. Most companies deploy their applications on Linux operating systems. You're going to learn how to navigate the file system, how to manage users and permissions. You're going to learn how to secure remote access, how to monitor resources, and even how to deploy production services in a production environment. This workshop, the Linux Admin Workshop, is going to set you up for roles such as system administrators, Linux admins, help desk analysts, IT support specialists, information security roles, and even SOC roles. Everything else that we teach, every other workshop that we are going to be going through is based on this Linux workshop, right? Everything builds upon the Linux admin workshop. And once we've built a strong Linux foundation, once we're comfortable with command line tools, a great next step is going to be the Ansible Engineer Workshop. This is where we're going to take automation to the next level. In this workshop, you'll go from running ad hoc tasks to building fully structured Ansible playbooks, Ansible roles, and infrastructure deployment pipelines using Ansible. You're going to learn how to write modular, reusable, reusable automation that mirrors what's actually being done in production environments today. Things like deploying web servers, configuring firewalls, managing users, configuring Splunk, and pushing updates across multiple systems automatically. You're going to stop SSHing into servers one by one and start automating things like a pro. All right, this is the same workflow that is used in real companies by their DevOps engineers, their infrastructure engineers, their automation engineers. So if DevOps or infrastructure is in your lane, this workshop here is going to be clutch because it's preparing you for roles like DevOps engineers, infrastructure and automation engineer, configuration management, platform engineer, including Linux and system administrator roles. If you want to learn how to automate tasks and make your daily workflow more efficient, the next step would be the bash scripting workshop, right? This right here is where you go from running basic commands to building full scripts that automate logs, automate backups, automate monitoring, you name it. You're going to be automating, all with bash scripting. You're going to learn conditionals, you're going to learn loops, file handling, functions, and real problem solving through scripting. This is going to be great for roles such as system administrators, IT automation specialists, technical support engineers, including DevOps related roles. From here, a lot of students like to move into the Python automation or the Python Fundamentals workshop right here. This one is designed for IT help desk and security pros who want to start using Python to write tools or automate your workflows. You'll go from variables and loops to building apps like log checkers, password generators, budget trackers, managing your team's tickets and to-dos. The focus here is on applying Python to the kind of tasks you'd see in a real production environment. This career track includes system admin, Python developers, automation engineers, cybersecurity analysts, and DevOps related roles. Now, if you're headed towards cybersecurity, operations, or log analysis, it's time for you to add Splunk to your toolkit. And we built out a complete path just for that. What we're going to do is start out with the Splunk Fundamentals workshop. But remember, you all, everything is builds upon the Linux Admin workshop. So please, it would be in your best interest to start out with the Linux Admin workshop before going to anything, especially the Splunk Fundamentals or any Splunk related workshop. So we're going to start with the Splunk Fundamentals workshop. Here, we're going to walk through installing and configuring Splunk, searching through logs, and building your first dashboards. This workshop is going to break down everything you need to know about Splunk from a technical perspective. Everything you need to learn about how the data gets in, how you're going to analyze the data, how the data becomes manageable, how it becomes effective for the SOC to do their work. You're going to learn how to take messy data, messy log data, and turn it into insights. This is perfect for roles like IT operation analysts, our security analysts. Some of you know them as the SOC analysts. This is good for Splunk admins and system administrators. Once you got that down, let's come over to the Splunk Admin workshop. Here, we're going to show you how to manage Splunk behind the scenes. You're going to learn how to create your indexers or your indexes, configure the data inputs. You're going to learn how to assign different roles and permissions using RBAC. You're going to learn how to monitor system health and handle maintenance, all based on how it's done in a real Splunk deployment. Right, this is going to be ideal for Splunk administrators, SIM administrators, infrastructure support engineers, including system admins. This is ideal for those roles you're trying to get into. It doesn't matter if you have Splunk experience or not. Every single workshop here, we're going to be breaking it all down into building blocks. All right, we're not going to be throwing PowerPoints at you. We're not going to have long lectures. It doesn't matter if it's the Ansible Engineers, Bash scripting, Linux admin, Python automation, Splunk admin. Everything is going to be broken down for you in basic building blocks that we're going to be hands-on keyboard building up together. This is another reason why we keep these classes small intentionally. All right, we want to make sure that you're able to ask every and any question that you're going to have. All right, after the Splunk Admin workshop, let's come over to the Splunk SPL workshop, right? SPL is the search processing language that Splunk uses to query data. This is where you're going to master the search language. Splunk is very powerful. It's even more powerful if you understand the SPL. Some of you know there's a bunch of different commands, a bunch of different functions that we can use in Splunk. We're going to break them down here. We're going to learn, this is where you master the search language that powers everything in Splunk. We teach you how to extract fields. We're going to teach you how to use regex, enrich the data with lookups, and build powerful searches that support dashboards, alerts, investigations, and all other types of knowledge objects. And you're going to learn what knowledge objects are too. Don't worry about it. This is going to unlock roles for you such as a threat hunter, SOC analyst, Splunk admins, and information security analyst related roles. After this, what we're going to do is move into the Splunk Engineer workshop. This is all about building complete data pipelines. Once again, we're going to break what the data pipeline is down for you. Some people don't want to do the Splunk Admin. They want to jump right into Splunk Engineer. That's fine. We're going to break everything down for you. We're going to be learning how to build complete data pipelines. You're going to learn how to write your inputs.conf, the index.conf, props.conf, transforms.conf, all the configuration files that are necessary to onboarding data. If you're not familiar with the inputs and indexes and props and transforms and deployment clients.conf, all those good configuration files that are necessary to passing your Splunk admin certifications, we're going to learn about them, right? Especially the ones that are necessary for onboarding data. You're going to learn how to ingest logs. You're going to learn how to extract the fields, relevant fields, especially SIM compliant fields. That's a really big buzzword, okay? Especially with our SOC and security operations and our ISOs. You're going to learn how to extract SIM compliant fields, with regex. You're going to learn how to build dashboards that monitor production behavior. The Splunk Engineer workshop is where you really get under the hood. This is going to unlock career paths such as Splunk Engineer, log ingestion specialist, security data engineer, and SIM engineer roles. Then we have our Splunk Developer workshop. The Splunk Developer workshop is going to focus on packaging and deploying full Splunk apps. Don't worry if you're not familiar with it. We're going to learn it from a hands-on perspective from day one. You're going to build dashboards with tokens, inputs, and learn how to utilize base searches and organize everything into a custom Splunk app that you actually deploy in the field. You're actually going to deploy that Splunk app in a production environment. You can actually make your Splunk app publicly available on splunkbase.com or bring it into an interview. You'll be ready for roles such as Splunk Content Developer, Detection Engineer, Application Developer, Splunk Admin roles, Splunk Engineer roles. Most Splunk related roles will be unlocked with this developer workshop. And finally, one of my all-time favorite workshops, you all, the Splunk Architect workshop. This is our most advanced workshop, so I highly recommend that you start with the Linux admin, then work your way through the fundamentals, admin, engineer, developer, don't forget the SPL, and then the architect, okay? This is one of our most advanced workshop. This is where you're gonna build out a full clustered environment, all right? The clustered environment is gonna be using AWS EC2, right? That is our cloud service provider of choice. You're gonna be using Terraform. You're gonna be using Ansible to build out this clustered environment. We'll walk you through deploying search head clusters, indexer clusters, deployment servers, the full setup just like you'd find in an enterprise environment. Your search heads are going to be managed by a deployer. Your indexers are going to be managed by a cluster manager. And your clients are going to be managed by a deployment server. The whole 9 yards, you all. This is going to set you up for roles like Splunk Architect, DevSecOps Engineer, Cloud Infrastructure Architect. This is a great workshop that doesn't just help you become an architect, but also introduces you to tools that are infrastructure as a code related tools such as Terraform. We're going to be building our own environments, our own servers using code. And that's what we're going to be using Terraform to do. And then we're going to take it a step further with Ansible to provision our servers that we're building with Terraform. Every single workshop here is hands-on. Every tool, every config, all the concepts ties directly into how work is done in a production environment. And every student walks away with the capstone project. Every student is going to walk away interview ready with talking points. Every student is going to walk away with a resume that they can send out the same day. Every single student. All of these workshops are going to be utilizing the cloud. Every single last one of them. Our cloud service provider of choice is AWS. So we highly, 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 highly recommend that you already have your AWS account set up. If you don't worry. We'll go through it during the first day of class, but it is going to help you if you already have it set up so we can hit the ground running. We want to have fun from the minute you enter into class. If you're serious, if you are serious about building skills that matter and doing it in a format that respects your time, it respects your finances, and actually prepares you for the field, then check out this lineup and see which workshop fits where you are right now and where you want to go in your career. And until then, we will see you in class. Peace.